Oh my god, it's happening. It's been a hell of a road to get here. Game 1 of the Keen Clan Captain Draft Finals is here. And with us is no one, because we're casting this by ourselves for whatever reason. We've got every other caster and their mum laying in bed. Maybe not with their mum, but maybe. You never know. As we're going to be going through this one. Best of 7. A best of 7, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely crazy time to be alive. In the left-hand corner of the map, making it all the way to the finals, beating all that was in their way in the red color, playing as Thor. He's Maddie. His partners in the purple color playing as Ra. It's Warcrawl in the blue color, playing as Odin. It is the last Jarl together. They are Team Jarl. I know they have an actual name, but I do not know what that is, and I am not going to go and look it up. Their opponents today in the reddish maroon color, playing as Hades. He is Divine, because he is just that good. In the sky blue color, playing as Thor, it is Mr. Ulysses himself. And finally, in the bottom of the map, playing in the yellow color, it is the Super Saiyajin, playing as Ra. The map, Ghost Lake. And also, this is the Ulysses team, also undefeated in terms of series, getting to this point. Both teams with the Ra, both teams with the Thor, but a little bit of cheekiness here as Divine is going to be trying to show off how good one can get with a cheeky Hades in this one. Now, we've seen a lot of shenanigans going by through this tournament. Lots of Fimbulwinters, lots of fast mythic cheesing, lots of side build shenanigans. Are we going to see more of that, or are these players going to have something else up the back of their sleeves? Now, for those of you wanting to know exactly what happened pre-game, well, there was a Loki ban from a certain Jarl's team. And on the other side, from the Ulysses camp, there was a Zeus ban. So, no targeted bans on either team, really. I mean, Zeus is technically a targeted ban against Divine, but Divine can play Zeus and he can play Hades, and he could probably play some Poseidon as well if he needs to. But it looks like he's going to be rushing out a fast second town center as those age ups are going to be coming through momentarily here. We're seeing Freya coming through for Jarl. Over here for our Ra player, nothing. We've got Tar coming through for the Super Saiyajin. Over here for Divine, he is going up through Athena. Maddie now going to be clicking up through for Seti as he's getting that final dwarf out. A 345 click up. So a 445 advance there is very, very late. But that's going to be exactly what Ulysses is doing, as everybody wants to use the same build orders at this level of competition. They've got it down to a science here, apparently. I mean, in a team game, realistically, there's not a whole lot of room for creativity, because you just go later advance, you get all the upgrades, you just enjoy. And a lot of the time, when both players are playing the same god, you're going to see them going for a very similar thing. Now, there probably could be some hyper-aggressive Norse play if the players wanted to, because you can just build straight outside someone's base, right? And you can start harassing them, getting a huge amount of damage done. But that will just allow the other players on the back to get those booms going in a big way. Nonetheless, we're going to see an immediate town center here from both players, I'm sure, as Divine already starting up over here. Now, one thing that's been happening from the last Jarl every single game is he opens up with a lot of raiding cavalry here. He is going to be going for a huge amount of them, trying to get himself that Thundering Hooves technology in as fast as possible and trying to get some pressure on. Now, Divine up here, he's got a fantastic town center Got that Valkyrie chasing around here as well. Just going to be looking for a little something. The Super Saiyan has his 2 town centers. Warcrawl has his 2 town centers. A little bit later for Warcrawl, which does give Super Saiyan a slight edge in this one, as the villagers getting pushed back for the time being here. Now, it is a best of 7. This is going to be a long series here, so strap in. The Ajax coming over onto this side. Got that Sentinels getting dropped down by Divine as he realizes exactly what's coming for him. He's got to get some barracks out and get some defense in, as the villagers are going to come forward and finish off those chickens on the front of his base. He does have a fantastic back hunt over here with that Minotaur just defending. We'll see if he starts getting some walls up anytime soon. Meanwhile, the town center coming through for Ulysses. Town center is way finished over here for Maddie. So a slight edge, I'd say, for Maddie in this one, in the sort of pocket situation, has... Actually, is it? Honestly, the villager differential is the same, right? 30 versus 29. So no real significant advantage either way. As a couple of units going to come over here from Ulysses to try and defend. Forest Fire getting dropped down. Both of these players simply going to be retreating back for the time being. And the last Jarl continues to try and find any sort of damage here. Does spot that longhouse going up. Going to try and prevent that from doing anything. Giving so much time over to Matty to just do whatever he wants. Now, Matty is taking his time with this. He's got himself the town center. His units on the front not really doing a whole lot for the moment here. Getting himself upgrades. No third town center just yet, but walls going up all over the place. And the raiding cavalry just going to be moving back. Meanwhile, Warcrawl has his farms up. We take a quick look up onto this side. We've already got Sobek in for Der Super Saiyan. This is going to be camel riders all the way and never really stopping is what I would assume here. And same too will be the case for our... oh, never mind. Warcrawl says, I don't need the Dark Waters. I want a little something different, as he's going to be going for segment. I'm going to go for maybe some chariot archers, as well as everything else. As the raiding cavalry do come through, they spot a couple of villagers over on this spot. Divine getting a little bit risky with it, with those villagers. Haven't seen any walls really coming up just yet. Ulysses could go around and just place them all over the place for Divine to keep him sort of locked up and defended, but not going to happen anytime soon, as the villagers do a little ring around the rosy. Going to be returning back home. Jarl now only just dropping that town center as we see the Sobek in. Skadi is actually the god of choice here for last Jarl. No surprises there. And no heroic ages just yet for Divine, as he is still just trying to get his economy into gear. The raiding cavalry coming through. Divine reacts nicely, pulls away. The villagers trying to get away from that tower. They're going to take a little bit more damage. Loses one. The other one gets into the town center. No problems. Still Ulysses and Maddie. I'm surprised that they are still on the one town center, as the berserks here running around. Maddie going to be trying to squeeze his berserks, or a berserk somewhere on the map. If we take a quick look at the actual line of sight here for both players, they can see everything. This is so smart by Der Super Saiyan and Team Ulysses. They see everything on their map. No side builds are going to get snuck up here. Really, really nice play. On the other side, you can see there's actually a lot of line of sight on the minimap down the bottom here, where they actually can't see a whole lot. So side builds could come through and cause a lot of problems for Team Maddie and Jarl. But Divine, he's done a great job thus far. He's got through his boom. He's going to be putting some building stakes. Actually going to the next age here straight away. Not building any units just yet. Is he advancing? He's deciding to go through Apollo. Makes a lot of sense. A nice, strong economic underworld play to get some huge damage. As the archery ranges, military academies now up. Going to start spamming those units out. Over onto this side. Cheeky little camel rider getting sniped down. But the walls are kind of all up. Not really on the front, though. There is going to be a way through Warcrawl's actually doing a great job over on this side, just clearing everything else up. Do we see any Mythic Ages coming through? Not just yet. Warcrawl or Der Super Saiyan just going to be spamming out his Camel Riders for the time being. I don't think Warcrawl's really gotten anything just yet. As the pressure's still mounting onto this side, got the Hoplites coming in an attempt to get a little bit of return fire on the other side here. Poking away. As those Raiding Cavalry, they will not win this fight. Not at all. 43% hack armor there from the Divine Hoplite is too much for those Cavalry. They will have to retreat out of here. But while this is going on, the raid's onto the right-hand corner here. So tough to deal with getting doubled. As Ulysses comes in, gets a little bit of a distraction. More Berserks are going to be coming up here. Matty has found himself the slightest of edges thus far. As the Berserk's coming through here, Ulysses is going to start losing some villagers. He does make a nice run for it, but he's going to lose that Ox Cart. Losing the Ox Cart isn't that big of a deal. Can always just repair that one or rebuild that one back up. As Matty will be retreating out of here. Gets himself a heavy infantry in. That Scardy is through for Jarl. We're still not seeing any upgrades coming in or heroic anything after the heroic gauge here for Divine, but he's going to be having a lot of units in, and an underworld passage to get some serious damage done is going to happen very, very shortly, I'm sure. As Warcrawl pushes forward, he's got those Camel Riders trying to poke forward. Over onto this side, those Berserks in a bit of a run. We do have a couple of the Ulysses units in to just get a bit of damage done. Would have loved to see a cheeky wall over there to block the path, but alas, most of these units will be able to get out of here, but they're taking a lot of damage in this retreat. There's the heavy infantry now in for Ulysses. Third town centers that are up as well for both of the Norse players, both of the Thor players, I should say. Got a tier queued up here by the last Jarl. He is quite a ways away from that. As we've also got Stir Super Saiyan now going up through Osiris. So he wants those powerful Camel Riders. They are really, really strong. If you can get out a full 200 population of them. They do have a cheeky little Locust over here hitting Matty's villages for the first time and hitting the farms as well. A great little move there as those Jarls, those Camel Riders will simply just retreat away. Meanwhile, we've also got a Frost somewhere over on this side as the units of Divine, they're in on the back of the last Jarl. Now, he probably could go for some sort of a forward movement to grab the town center while this is all going on. There is a nice Raven hanging over there, but there's a lot of distractions coming his way. Ulysses could also jockey over onto this spot, jump in to the Underworld Passage and try and support over here because Warcrawl is here. The last Jarl is going to be returning over onto this spot. Matty can even converge on the back here. Now, obviously, Divine can just retreat at any point. We'll see how things are going to go as the Berserks still roaming around, causing problems, just running. They're just distracting, biding time. The tiers are coming through. Matty is going up. We've also got the last Jarl going up. Ulysses is nowhere to be seen. It's going to be a Fimbulwinter followed by a Fimbulwinter. Absolutely brutal to the economy as a couple of those Berserks will be popping through. Now, one way to kind of deal with Fimbulwinter, especially if you've got something like a Son of Osiris, is to leave that Son of Osiris in your main base. You can clean up the wolves very, very quickly, and then you can move over and clean up in a different position as well, if you so choose. But this army on this side is doing so much damage. Divine is here to stay, he says, as the Son of Osiris is in up on this side. Cheeky little raid coming through from Matty as Divine not paying attention, loses a lot of villagers there. Meanwhile, the restoration onto this side, lots of units through as Ulysses and Divine are trying to break through on this spot. The rain coming through there for Der Super Saiyan to get a little bit more resources. The Berserk's getting converted as these Der Super Saiyan Camel Riders need to pull away. The first of many Fimbulwinters, I'm sure, coming through, hitting every single town center. So much economic damage being done in this moment. As the flaming weapons to come through, however, from Ulysses. I don't know exactly where all his units are. He will clean up a couple of wolves over on this side as the healing spring to come through from Maddie to just hold on this position. Divine still sitting nicely over here, but his military is dwindling down to 40 population. His unit's back up to the top, still dealing with this. This is the second Fimbulwinter, ladies and gentlemen. That's so much damage. The economy of Divine Super Saiyajin. Actually, Dirt Super Saiyajin's okay here. He cleaned up all those wolves immediately, so he's back to work. But Divine and Ulysses are going to be in a lot of pain right here, right now. But Ulysses is clicked up through Fimbulwinter himself. He's going to be able to use his own Fimbulwinter. Now let's take a quick look at the situation here favor-wise. 100 favor in the bank for Maddie. Over here, 100 favor in the bank for the last Jarl. The Underworld has been dealt with. Over here, Osiris, not really what we care about. On this one, 200 favor for a certain Ulysses the Great. Meanwhile, Divine still not able to come out. So I'm gonna have to guess that we're gonna see a couple of Fimbulwinters coming through from Ulysses to try and carry this one through. Getting double Fimbulwinters is going to be big. As those Camel Riders, however, they're hitting Warcruel hard. Warcruel is having a very, very difficult time of it. He does have a huge amount of Camel Riders over here, but the 6.9 speed from Der Super Saiyajin is causing a lot of problems on this spot. But now the problem here for Divine is that a town center is coming up for the last Jarl, and he is still sitting on his back trying to deal with Maddie's side builds. The refusal to build walls is not helping in this game as Ulysses hits the Mythic Age, and the third Fimbulwinter, I was going to say the final one, but I'll be very surprised to see no more Fimbulwinters in this game. It's the last Jarl ready to start moving forward. The Son of Osiris, they're both out. It's the Maddie Berserks, Huskarls. Get sent packing here. Ulysses is behind the 8 ball against what Maddie's got, but his team is doing well. But so too is Warcruel in the last Jarl. So you've got to be careful here to continue to take good fights. As the Mummy in, the Son of Osiris is going to be gigantic on this fight. Maddie feels like he can win this one, but he's going to be losing all of these units to the Son of Osiris, plus those thrown action are going to be doing fantastic here. Another quick check on favor, 174, 128. Over on this side, it's 221. It's up over here, however, the last Jarl, he sees the hill and he says, yes, please, that is my hill for the taking. As Divine tries to push forward, he does have some very, very scary Huskarl on this position. All infantry units with the exception of those Goaties as the game is paused. The tension is palpable, ladies and gentlemen. It's a hill fort? That's true. I'm sorry, I missed it. It's a hill on a fort. I see no comments, so I don't know what's happening. Plus, we are behind the 8 ball here, so I guess they just got a technical difficulty. It's not like a game bug or something. All right, the last Jarl going to unpause the game. We're going to continue along here. Looks like the last Jarl gonna... Oh no, his units can't attack or something? He's got them on no attack move. He's got to change that. Just there. That's why it's not a bug. He's clicked it. You can see he needs to turn that back. Oh, he did. There he goes. He's back. He's back off it. Well, half of them are. Some of them are. And now Divine. He is big. Ulysses. Warcrawl. Everyone. Warcrawl. Dirt Super Sergeant. Everyone over on this position to try and push forward. Wait, a second forest fire? Who used the forest fire? Who's trolling in this game? Jarl? Jarl is trolling in this game. Okay, good to know. Ulysses is getting very close to that next Fimbulwinter. But Divine, he is so big. What a bit of a shifting sands coming through as the units here for Dirt Super Saiyan say it's time to fight. With the Son of Osiris, it's absolutely huge. Where is the Son of Osiris in the back? Warcrawls does have one here. We've got a cheeky little Locust to get dropped down there as well. As the villagers popping out over here, going to jump onto the gold mine. But the Camel Riders here with that Dark Waters as well. The Son of Osiris getting huge damage, able to completely demolish this position as it looks like Dirt Super Saiyan winning on his side. Divine and Ulysses up on this side, absolutely dominating. As these camels, they're just so good. What is the difference in HP? 250 to 236. So not a huge difference, but enough to be a big deal. So Flaming Weapons back onto this position over here. Divine doing divine things yet again. Drops another restoration. As Maddie needs to retreat away from here. Hillfort goes down. And Ulysses is going to be getting that town center up on the front for himself. Divine needs to be a little bit careful on this one. He does have the Toxoid. He's doing some great shoot and scoot micro here. Any sort of Mythic Age coming through for anyone. We do see an Artemis on the way, almost through, as the resources are going to come through as well there. From the Super Saiyan, giving Divine a little bit of support here as his army is going to get broken through. He's got to get out of here. He's starting to get that retreat in. Will be a couple of reinforcements much needed here. He's got to get himself that big upgrade as the middle base here for the last Jarl. This is going to be a big problem for him. And we've almost got another Fimbulwinter in though for Maddie. This could be enough to help bring them back, but this bottom position over here, this is the problem. Warcrawl needs some support in this game. Dirt Super Saiyan, another rain here. He's got so much food to come in. 38 villagers on food at the moment. He's going to get so much food from this. Ulysses has to pull back. But look at this army, however. Is there a restoration in pocket? No restoration. 99 favor there needed. As the Fimbulwinter from Maddie comes in, this could be a turning point. The hardest part about this Fimbulwinter at this point in the game is trade. The trade is going to get decimated by those Fimbulwinter wolves. You can see that villager differential, though, heavily favoring Team Ulysses at the moment. And I guess the longer this game goes on, the longer Divine can utilize that Hades, that powerful Hades army to just dominate fights, the harder this game is going to get for Team Jarl to make it work. Maddie is no longer going for those side builds anymore. He's having to build houses up over here. He got earthquaked. He lost his town center. A Dwarven gold mine gets placed down. Super Saiyan is over on this spot, grabbing the town center for himself. He's going to be on 4 town centers. Yuli has 4 town centers as well. Divine on 3 with Maddie on 3 as well. So a huge advantage cooking for Team Ulysses here. What can you realistically do in the position of Team Last Jarl? The pressure coming through as that Son of Osiris pulling away here. There is no favor for a shifting sands or anything like that for Super Saiyan to get that Son of Osiris out of here, so he has to stand. He has to take this fight. Doing a good job of it, though. The rest of his units on the front line, they are falling. Son of Osiris making the retreat here, however. But Ulysses, he wants none of it. He says, this position is now mine. I claim this as my own, as my rightful my birthright claims this. As he places a bunch of towers, cleans up Maddie's town center. And this game looks incredibly tough to find an edge here as the Zom comes down from Divine. A nice Zom indeed. But the town center still going to be getting catapulted down, sieged down potentially. Warcrawl can bring this one back on his side, but the last Jarl too far behind. Maddie not big enough to keep up with Ulysses at this point. And Divine gigantic as well, as the last Jarl's team decides to call it GG. Game 1 for Ulysses. It's a best of 7, guys. Keep your pants on. We can't go crazy just yet. It's going to be a long grind. Let's take a look at this. Look at the resource differential. This was the Fimbulwinter. That's what it did. A little bit came back, though, and then it was all looking up for our Ulysses team here. I mean, the military unit situation as well. Military resource value. So much value here for Team Last Jarl. But Ulysses, they stick with it and they get the advantage and they never let it go. We'll get into game number 2. Let's see it. And we're back with game number 2. As all things are going to be looking up for Team Ulysses, leading this series now 1-0. Team Jarl in the hot seat now. They're going to have to figure this one out. Changing things up a little bit here going into the next game. They are rolling with a new member. And really, it's no-brainer. They're going to be locking in no-brainers Gaia here. I'm sorry. I just had to. But this one here is going to give Maddie an incredibly nice start in this game. He's going to be able to jump straight onto those Gaia trees, get a huge wood boost. Look at this. These are Norse villagers gathering 1 wood a second. Absolutely huge there. Not only that, but the last Jarl could also get himself another Gaia forest a little bit later. So that can be huge. The problem, so to speak, problem in quotation marks, is that he's going to be going up against Ra. And not any old Ra, but the Super Saiyajin's Ra. So, what are we going to see differently here? They've got to react to the fact that there's a Gaia. But it's technically speaking, it's still just 2 defensive gods over here. Now, there is a world. There is a world, and a very real world, where the best play here for the Ra in this situation is to drop 4 monuments, make a huge amount of Sphinx, and just wreak havoc on the Thor player's base. On the Odin player's base. And say, excuse me, Mr. Ulysses, sir, I heard you have really strong berserks. Would you mind sending them to kill the Gaia? And then Ulysses will say, sir, I oblige. I will go. I will help. And then Divine could also go for a really big timing push. Turtle up inside of his base, make a huge amount of units, and then push with the Sphinx coming over and the Ulysses units coming over as well. Just like the old days, exactly, Ragnaroks. Do we all remember a certain Ra strategy in team games where a certain YouTuber, Age of Mythology, likes to play games from time to time, gets bullied in team games, but oftentimes plays random and rolls Norse, only to be greeted with Eclipse, Locust, and Tornado on his main base, resigning oftentimes at 10 minutes. That is a possibility here in this game as well. But nonetheless, let's see what the gods are going to be. Any surprises here? Unfortunately for us, not really. I feel like these guys have got their style down. And, I mean, you guys tell me what you think. This is sort of the old style of Age of Mythology. Sort of like the RTSL style. Where, I mean, there are god bands, so it's a little bit of the new. But there's no reason to have to really change your strategy up. You can just do the same strategy every single game, and it's fine. Do you guys like that? As it's more of a who executes best rather than who's got the overall skill on all the gods? Sort of like the drafting system or the old school pick your best god and just go. Sort of like StarCraft even. There's some great hauls coming up now for the last Jarl. And I guess on the map Tundra now, unlike the last map, the side builds, back builds, much more prominent on a map like this. Because there's so much room behind the base for those units to go to. Up. One last Jarl. Valkyrie takes a huge amount of damage here. In fact, it looks like it's going to fall here. Does manage to get out with 23 HP, but it's bruised. And I guess the other question as we're getting into game number 2 for you guys to have an opinion on or not is it's just getting brought up in the chat. Do you guys like you can pick which position you want to be in? The way that it works is if you're of the middle color, then you go into the pocket. If you are on the either side, you're on the left or the right. As you can see, it goes blue, red, green. So red's in the middle. And over here you got yellow, teal, maroon, meaning teal is in the middle. Hate it, love it. Let your opinion be heard. You matter. As Divine has his town center up. Thank you for the prime there. And Luadi. You show you, my friend. And everyone and their mum right now is really enjoying a second town center, but Jarl. Jarl is trying to ride around here. Cause some problems. I do see a cheeky little no-brainer. Carnivora coming in, but this town center is 10 seconds away from completion. Will this one complete? 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And it does end up finishing there as the Zom comes down. And the units have to get out of here. Carnivora will get finished up. Now this is, technically speaking, advantage for the other team here, for Maddie, just on the fact that he gets his town center up much faster. But Jarl is being one town center for quite some time here. The villagers pulling back, trying to get to the tower. The raiding cavalry are too fierce. Divine has done this a couple of times here. He actually runs into the tower and then he garrisons back to the town center there. It's the last Jarl looking for a little something here. House is going up here for Divine. The villagers can simply retreat back and see what they can find. And Maddie is now going to be doing what Maddie does best, which is just simply running around the back here. Just looking for a little something, something. Obelisk goes down. Villagers over here going to get taken out. Bit of a forest fire on this side. No real villagers going down here, it looks like. The dwarves thought they would get into the action. They were going to decide to retreat to the tower. But a couple of dwarves do find themselves a little bit busy there. Not able to get into the tower. But now we see No Brainer. He's in the second age. Over on this side, a little bit of raids still happening. But Matty's still trying to find his way into a corner. But here's the thing. No Brainer. He knows what to do. And he's going to be doing this quite a bit. As he's going to go straight into those Contarius to try and get some damage done. A little bit of damage onto those Berserks. They're still going to be retreating back. As Ulysses has to retreat back ever so slightly. The troll here getting damage done. And on the bottom side here, those last Jarl raiding cavalry still looking for damage onto Divine. But Divine is doing a great job of keeping all of his villagers alive. Losing a lot of resources having to idle them. But the villagers being alive is much better than the alternative there. Matty's still just causing problems. Meanwhile, look at these walls up. Everywhere. See a little carnivora going up somewhere. Over on this side as the units are saying, excuse me, Migdol Stronghold, no sir. The Pharaoh comes in a bit of a drunk first throw. Both of these guys kind of a bit drunk on that first throw. The carnivora will get taken out. As Yuli is in with his units to say, get out of here. No problems there. Check a little dwarven mine up somewhere for someone. I don't know who dropped that down. It's probably over here you go. Very, very low income gold mine. Only 1,000 gold there. Meanwhile, over on this corner, Matty has found himself a little bit of something here. The last Jarl trying to lead the units away from this. As these Matty Berserks do find themselves some Super Saiyajin villagers needing to get that damage done and will be able to do so. Super Saiyajin does notice that one. He's going to be retreating back into the town center. The Gontarias are now through, however, as these camel riders are in hot pursuit. There's all the obelisks getting cleaned up on the back. It's a very difficult game to play, being on the defensive for every single one of these players. But this is all because Divine is playing Hades here, that this is kind of happening. But they're doing a fantastic job. Lots of raiding cavalry getting sniped as they're going to be running through here. As the Skadi coming through there for the last Jarl, I would assume. It's these Berserks searching around for a little something. You see that the camel riders have spotted cheeky longhouses on the back, and Matty is ready to put even more down over here. Ulysses still a little bit behind here. Still doesn't have himself that heavy infantry. He does have those throwing axemen through, but he can't really chase with them. So throwing axemen, getting that damage done. I'm not sure if Matty can actually take this fight. Do see a cheeky little locust to come through, and the Berserks say, all right, I'm out of here. Get me out. No problems. The camel riders are through to say, hello there. I would like to get a little bit more damage done onto you. 6 speed is more than 5.3 speed, but realistically, those Berserks are going to be too much of a problem if he has to fight them straight up. So he has to wait, and he's trying to just corner these units out of here. So Berserks decide to turn around, and as the throwing axemen come through, is he going to retreat or just sack everything? Looks like it's just going to be a big sack. Gets a little bit of trade there, but Matty is now out. However, the front base here Looking like it's going to go the wayside of Maddie. Can grab the town center. Meanwhile, over here, this Gaia onslaught is beginning. This Dur Super Saiyan, you're going to have to somehow defend against all of this. You see a attempt at a Mythic Age here, but not even close. Underworld Passage now coming through from Divine, as he's been doing oh so often, and an exact repeat of this defense from the last Jarl, as Divine here, he's going to be sitting idle for quite some time. Do we see the Mythic Ages coming through? No, not just yet. But Divine's getting left sort of without much over here at the moment. I mean, he's probably has a lot of units elsewhere. Meanwhile, over on this side, Ulysses has just dealt with everything. But it's 4 town centers for Maddie now. They have to deal with those longhouses as well. They're going to continue to build berserks out of there, continue to be a problem. As the no-brainer Contaris, they get caught out, but he's still putting pressure on the front as the Camel Riders coming through for Dur Super Saiyajin. There's no-brainer going to have to retreat out of here. He will have to build those catapulties here to deal with these Camel Riders, but at the moment he doesn't have enough. As Divine's army now out, ready to take this fight. The restoration coming down, and with the assistance of Maddie, is this going to be enough to deal with this or not? As Ulysses, he could consider pushing forward and killing off that forward town center there. But this Hades army is absolutely gigantic. Ulysses hits the heroic age now, as the Underworld is going to be getting torn down by those raiding cavalry on the back. The Toxotes here looking like they're falling as well, and Divine says, alrighty, time to get out of here. I've distracted you back. And from here, we're going to be able to push. But look at the map control. Is it 4 town centers apiece? I think it might be. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's Divine's 3rd town center? Is it this one? I guess it must be. It's a very odd map. It's now Divine starting to push forward. Does find some villages here. As now we've got the first of many Fimbulwinters coming through. Got the Implode also coming through for No Brainer. Divine trying to get Mythic Age himself. Last Jar trying to get Mythic Age. We've got the Osiris coming through over here. As Ulysses actually managing to get his own Mythic Age on the way. As Divine, he is getting aggressive by himself. This is really, really risky in a team game. Going after a town center. We see a healing spring to come through. The Toxotes on the front, on the back there, getting caught out. As Divine needs to bail, but while this is going on, Ulysses, after this town center, the Camel Riders going through. The army has to be careful here because an implode could be absolutely devastating if they're all in one area. As Divine, he is getting chased by so much stuff here. He is pulling back nicely. He does decide it's time to turn around as the town center on this position does end up falling. I mean, Divine's probably at full population, but can he win this fight? Restoration is going to be huge as the last Jarl needs to retreat back. He calls himself Legendary Jarl, so I'm going to lock that in, even though it's the last Jarl here. I see him as the Legend Jarl in chat, so there you go. That's his name. We could just call him Jarl. As the game is still very much in the balance. Who hits the Fimbulwinter first? Maddie? Last Jarl? Yuli. Yuli is getting that Mythic Age in first. So he's going to be able to click the Fimbulwinter first. I don't know if you can click Fimbulwinter when there's already one going. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But the Fimbulwinter will come down and a huge wolf spawn on this front. It's going to be absolutely gigantic for Divine to break through here. Meanwhile, over on this side, however, Son of Osiris is in, getting big damage done, but he gets caught out. And that's going to be getting taken down. Great catch there from No Brainer as the Fimbulwinter answers that question there from Maddie. Going to be hitting back. As Divine really putting it to the last Jarl in this one. Hillfort going to go down on the front. as the army charging through. Ox cart's going down, but the game's still in the balance. Still very, very close. But the thing is here, the last Jarl, he's in the Mythic Age now. He has his Fimbulwinter, and he will most likely be clicking it straight away. Is this going to be enough of an advantage moving forward or not is the question. As the second Fimbulwinter is in. Throw an Axeman, spacing for the time being. More hoplites to come through. Flaming weapons, again, on this side from Maddie. As Ulysses can do nothing but retreat here. Does Super Saiyajin in a little bit of trouble here for gold. Does drop his own flaming weapons onto this spot. Able to take an incredible choke point here. But is it going to be enough as the Contarius decide to take out the town center while this is all going on? The Argus coming through as well. Differential in villages is absolutely gigantic. Divine is in a great spot, but Ulysses is in a lot of pain here. Can he get over and support or not is the question. He's trying to get damage done in the center of the map. As the Camel Riders on this side are getting dealt with beautifully by No Brainer. Has those catapulties out in a big way. As the villagers over on this side going down, Ulysses is not able to keep himself afloat at the moment. As the Mythic Age comes in for Divine, is this going to be enough? I mean, an Underworld Earthquake on the last Jarl. Maybe he can kill off the last Jarl faster than... maybe he can't, though. He's got to get over here and support and defend. As we see another rain there for Der Super Saiyajin. I mean, where are his units is the big question. Is that 190 or 190 pop? He's trying to deal with the Contarius over here, doing a good job to kill them off. He needs to get in here and support on this position. Divine taking these fights here. Gets himself the champion. Toxotes plus now he's got that Shafts of Plague Tech. Town center not back up just yet for Ulysses. He's really struggling for resources. He's down to 43 villages. 43 villages is and a dream here. See a whole bunch of food coming through from Der Super Saiyajin to Ulysses, but I mean, what realistically can he do in this spot? He's got 800 food, 300 wood, 235 gold, 277 favor. He's worth it to stay in here and try and get another Fimbulwinter off. But look at this for Maddie. A Fimbulwinter is coming. There is still an Implode in hand as well from No Brainer. This is looking very, very tough. As soon as that Fimbulwinter comes off cooldown, does take 240 seconds to come off cooldown, but as soon as it's there, I imagine we will see a tap out here from Ulysses as he says, enough is enough. The game is done. And the victors for game number 2 are the last Jarl and company. As we've got ourselves an equal series going into game number 3. Will we see anything changing throughout this series? Now, we do have ourselves some very, very interesting rules coming up with some very, very interesting maps, which might change things moving into game number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not exactly sure what they are. I'm not going to spoil anything. You can't go anywhere. You're just going to have to watch and find out. Let's see you in the next game. And we're back with game number 3. Another map, but the same gods. The map is Mediterranean. As the Monkey Island spawns in the middle. This is my favorite part about Mediterranean. We could just sit here and watch this for the entirety of this early game here. Don't mind me. I'm enjoying it. Okay. Is that enough? I think that's enough. Alright, so we've got Last Jarl on his Odin. Over here we've got Maddie on his Thor. And finally, we've got No Brainer on his Gaia. And we've got the Super Saiyan on his Ra. Over on this side, we've got Ulysses on his Thor. And finally, we've got Divine on the Hades. I am not going to say that out loud. There's no way I'm going to be commenting on whether or not a certain individual may live on this island we call Monkey Island. Did you know these monkey rafts have got 5 speeds? They zoom around. Okay, so what are we going to see in this one? What's going to be different? What are the strategies? The cool thing about Mediterranean is that all of a sudden walls, they're not so useful. You have to sort of wall all the way along the shore to deny any sort of drops in. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that actually happening at some point. But that option is always sort of on the cards. It also means that also with the water, this does make the Hades a little bit more potent. As we're not seeing Maddie or Last Jarl going into this, still just going in with that Thor, going in with that Odin, leaving the Greeks off the board. Skylar are going to be an option here. They're really, really strong. I wouldn't be surprised, actually, if Divine opts into a fast heroic in this for this game. But we'll see what he's going to go for. What's that? Whoop. Divine, hello? Okay, well, I caught that in 4K. We'll see what's going to happen here. Yeah, so apparently everyone was banning Mediterranean because, like, Mediterranean requires maybe a little bit more little different strategy, I think. Might be the case. Oftentimes, Mediterranean would be a map which the higher skilled team would want to play on. This is how it was on Legacy. Like, and we heard it time and time again by teams like, I don't know if you remember F2 or TSM or, I don't know, DOD even. You know, these teams would pick Mediterranean and they'd keep picking Mediterranean and they would literally say, well, we'll stop picking Mediterranean when you start beating us. And no one ever did because they were just so good at it. But in this tournament, it's just been banned every single time. So, I guess we get to see one. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Hold your horses. What is this opening? Divine going for a fish boom. He's got himself 3 docks down. He's taking all of the water. And Ulysses says, no worries, chumps. And Super Saiyan says, no worries, chumps. This is wild. Absolutely wild. I totally get it, but I also don't get it at all. On the one hand, for the Thor, absolutely understand. He gets the Dwarven Armory up. He gets all the extra armory upgrades. He gets those villages, so he's actually kind of close to what Maddie's got. Maddie's going to get these armory upgrades out anyway, so he's going to be able to get those villages out and have fishing ships. But this is absolutely wild, as we do see a couple of fire ships to come through, going to be knocking down Divine's docks over here. But Divine here, going up through Athena. We'll see if he's going to fight the water or not. I mean, realistically, he can probably just garrison all his fishing ships. And then go Heroic Age. And just make mass Skylar out. But right now, they are literally leaving Divine. Setting Divine up to fail, I would say. But then again, it looks like Maddie, Last Jarl, No Brainer haven't quite worked out what's going on here just yet. They're spamming ships. Absolutely spamming ships out. The town center is up already for those Super Saiyan. It's coming through for Ulysses as well. Technically speaking, I would have thought a fast 3 town centers here from the Ra would have been really, really good, but he's only gone for 2. He's getting walls up over here. Over on this side, we've got the Tasker boss just scouting things out. And at the moment, Divine has pretty much lost everything. This strategy has not seemed to have gone as good as he would have hoped. What's happening for resources here? Divine looks like he's trying to get Heroic Age. As a Valkyrie coming through looking for some villager kills. There is an Ajax. There is a Minotaur. Divine doesn't have any armory or anything out at the moment. He's getting houses down. I'm still confused. I don't know what I'm watching. I don't understand. I want to understand, but I don't understand. A third town center now coming down. Maddie's already in the Heroic Age. He recognizes, well, if you're not going to fight me, I'm going to go Heroic Age. I'm going to get myself the fishing ships. I'm going to get my upgrades. Then I'm going to get my town center. My food economy is going to be gigantic. He hasn't actually got himself the upgrade yet. So maybe he's not thinking this at all. Do we see a Divine Heroic Age? Surely. Surely the idea here is... Wait, does Divine have a lot of favor in? He's only got 1 villager on favor. I mean, he's probably got his upgrades, so he's probably had a little bit of favor income. But he's now ready to go to the next age. He's getting a market up now, so he is planning a Heroic Age here. The town centers are going to come through. And I guess the plan here for Divine is to just kill the entirety of the water. He's going through Apollo. I wonder if giving an underworld over to Ulysses to like attack on the back wouldn't be a bad idea. So Battle Ball is coming up to the left-hand corner there. Couple more walls to come down over here. Walls up from Maddie on this left side trying to support. No brainer. He's trying to get to the next age himself. Okay, what's next here? Skadi in for the last Jarl. Thea for No Brainer. No upgrades for Der Super Saiyan just yet. Apollo is in for Divine. Remember, everybody gets myth units here to support, to push. So even though Divine can pump out a bunch, he does have 4 villagers on favor at the moment. Was that 4 on favor? He's got 0 on favor, actually. This one, Skylar is out. Can use that to get some good damage done. Especially just trying to kill off some fishing ships first and foremost. That's the army here for Ulysses, ready to push through. Differential in economy seems to be quite stark here. But we'll see if it's going to matter or not. That's the big fat Hades Skylar is going to be getting a lot of value here, sniping these dragon ships down after going after some fishing ships. Over on this side, fishing ships just going to be garrisoning back. Kind of looks like Divine's going to be a bit of a thorn in the side of Maddie on this water. And Last Jarl as well, as he's losing a lot of fishing ships there. That's the Skylar going to move up to this top position. Where's the Kraken at, though? There should be a Kraken. There's going to be one here. There he goes. But a Skylar versus a Kraken, the Skylar will win with 3 heads every single time. There's the Skylar coming in to snipe down a couple more ships over here. 4 heads. 4 head. There's one longboat down. 2 longboat down. Maddie's fishing ships are going to go down very quickly here. This is so much damage. He almost one-hits them. Once he gets that 5th head in. Is there ever a point where you decide to get yourself the upgrade? Oh, oh. 2 hitting these. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's going to be 5 heads. Oh, there it is. Ouch. How much damage does this thing do? 100. Oh, he 3 hits the Drekias. The Drekias just have to keep coming out. This is so much value. I know there's other stuff happening, but I'm just like, look at this thing. Because now Ulysses is in onto this position here. The last Jarl in a lot of trouble. Over on this top position, though, the units are coming in from No Brainer. He's ready as the Skylar is finally slain. The hero Skylar. Meanwhile, over on here, however, a Kraken coming through. If Ulysses spots this, he could actually kill that off because a certain blue player is very distracted at the moment, but he does not see it. He'll throw an axeman cleaning up all of these infantry units. Where are Divine's units? He doesn't have that many here. His fishing ships are getting sniped down. We see the Son of Osiris is through now for Dur's Super Saiyan, ready to start making those camel riders. But the Contarius are through. The raids are going to start happening. Ulysses has to retreat back now. Maddie joining up. The Divine army is here, however. So Ulysses and Divine are going to be very, very potent on this front. As Ulysses is just like, no worries, I'll retreat back. And then we can kill off this Ford Town Center together. It's now Maddie going to set up on this spot. This game is actually a hell of a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, given how the strategy started in this one. I think everyone in the chat was on the same page. But it's looking like Ulysses and Divine are making a very good case for their strategy here. Because they're able to push through in a big, big way. Divine is hurting, but so too is the last Jarl. This is 3 town centers. The Contarius are over here as those champion camel riders, 6.9 speed and a dream here, ready to come in and deal with this. Look at how kind of beautiful those Contarius look. They're kind of gleaming. Huh? Glistening in the sun. Divine's fishing ship's still under attack. He's doing a great job of reacting to all that while doing everything else. Mr. Berserk's cleaning up some more units, trying to break through this gate over here. Sparkling like unicorns, exactly. Gleaming. There we go, that's where we're going. Oh, and now we see some more Skylar to come through as Divine says, hey, I ain't done with you yet. And he can actually go after No Brainer. No Brainer going to be very preoccupied here, I'd have to assume. Can lose a lot of fishing ships and get a lot of heads over to the Skylar of Divine. As the units converging on this position, the green bar here, you can see over on this side where that's sitting. More villages, more military, more resource in the military count. But fishing ships aren't calculated in that villager differential, so you have to remember that. As a restoration gets dropped down. Those Skylar are doing work over here. It's so hard to be focusing on everything at once. We are seeing over on this side here, a cheeky little Nareed is in. No Brainer comes through. Looks like he does notice that one as the Skylar does end up going down. But over on this side, however, we're seeing more fishing ships getting cleaned up. Meanwhile, on this side, though, the camel riders are in and they are looking terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. As they will be able to get through this wall very quickly. The first of many Fimbulwinters starting. We do have the Fimbulwinter in for Maddie as well over on this side. Last Jarl is nowhere close. Implode nowhere close. Everyone's going to be in pain here. You also... It's actually a really good case here for a doc to come through from... Ulysses just to get himself the Yorman Elver and the free Kraken. The Throwing Axeman retreating back up. Trying to pick off those Throwing Axeman on the front there. There's that Fimbulwinter coming in as well. As the revenge damage is on the way. And we see the Fimbulwinter or the Tyr in for the last Jarl now. But this is just weather the storm. And then after that, Divine, he's going to be catching up. Look at him catching up already. He's in a really good spot. He's got his 3 town centers. Farm's starting to come down. Plenty of villages here for Divine. He's at 84. 90. 46 over here for the last Jarl. He is struggling. 84 for Dirt Super Saiyan. 97 for Ulysses. Everyone in a very good spot, economically speaking here. Except for the last Jarl. He is struggling. It's the Manticore charging in. Over on this side. Does look like these units here, though, for no-brainer. Doing well, but the Son of Osiris is in. And realistically here, Dirt Super Saiyan just needs a slow push. Put a Migdol down over here so the Son of Osiris has got somewhere to hide in. This position is very, very tough for no-brainer to hold against the big, fat Ra of Dirt Super Saiyan. The Ulysses is very, very big. As the Underworld Passage coming in on this back position over here. Divine ready to start fighting. There will be a Frost available, right? Maybe there's not. Maybe it's already being used. No, there is a Frost available, but the Fimbulwinter is in. Hitting all over the map. And the army for Maddie. And the last Jarl to retreat up here. As Divine's army starting to march. Does get frosted in place. And this Underworld is going to go down pretty quick smart afterwards. Just see cheeky little flaming weapons coming through from Ulysses and from Maddie, but there's just so many more Throwing Axemen from Ulysses on this spot. But over on this spot now, the Frost does end. We see a Mythic Age from Divine, not just yet. No Brainers now in the Mythic Age himself, however. He's going to try and get the town center up on the front. A little bit of a standstill here from Dirt Super Saiyan as the Implode gets dropped down. And all of those Throwing Axemen are going to be biting dust. There's nothing left there. Those Throwing Axemen are gone. And the Underworld as well. Almost picked off as well. But into the main base, the Divine Army goes. As this game is in the balance here, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, is this another one? Oh, this is Ulysses' second Fimbulwinter. Okay. The next one is through. These guys like wintertime. The more Fimbulwinters, the better. That's what Ulysses is saying. How many Fimbulwinters can you click in one best of 7 finals, team game finals? As more thrown out, the Underworld is still here at 600 HP. Divine's got to get in and repair that up. So the last Jarl's losing a lot of his Throwing Axemen here. Wait, you can't repair it? Wait, can you restoration it? Unrepairable. Not unhealable. Unrepairable. There you go. Let Legacy Brain. I've never used Underworld. Why use Underworld when you can just go for golden apples and get infinite earthquakes? More hill forts coming through. We do have a cheeky little fight. Wait, no, there's still no. There's still no dock. Wait, is there a dock? There is a dock. Ulysses gets one down and No Brainer calls it there as he is not able to hold. Natty and Last Jarl follows suit. What a game. What a strategy. What a start in this one. Deciding to just give the water to one player. A bold strategy, Cotton. Seems to have paid off, though. I think if Divine had managed to get like a faster heroic, it would have made a lot more sense. But I think it was struggling because it was also getting raided. And Ulysses was almost letting that happen to some degree. He needed to get over and defend with a couple of units. But Divine did a great job to hang on. Got huge value with his Skylar. And Team Last Jarl just could not make it work. Let's take a quick look at the economy and see exactly what the story was here. Because sometimes it's hard to tell. So without a doubt, the fishing team had a gigantic lead here for the entirety of the game. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. If you've got that Hades there, power. If you got that Ra there with the fast mythic, that's powered too. And you don't have to worry about anything. GG, we'll go on to the next game. Maybe some more shenanigans to come. We'll see what we're going to see. It has begun. You guys looking at this thinking, oh, are they playing free-for-all? In a team game tournament? No. It's Nomad. And we're on game number 4 of the King Clan Captains Draft Finals. Best of 7. All of the shenanigans happening in this one. And we got a new member to introduce. In the bottom of the map, in the yellow color, playing as Odin. His name is Ballbag. What a time to be alive. Yes, the map is indeed Nomad. Now, I personally have played this one time in a semi-serious 3v3. I think it's really important to get your town center, your first town center, to be as far away as possible. You want to be near the ocean and you want to get that fish in really, really quickly. Super, super important. There's fish literally everywhere. Literally everywhere. As we're going to see No Brainer over here. He's gotten his own dock out already. Up on this side. Maddie getting his own dock out. Over on this side, the Last Jarl doing the same. Going to be getting his own dock out on this side. But Ballbag, he says no. Ulysses, he says no too. And Divine, well, he says no as well. Why? My first gut feeling to this is the idea is on Nomad, there's no towers. So all of a sudden, raids, really, really strong here. Rushing, really, really strong here. This could be very, very difficult for a certain team, the Last Jarl, to defend. Let's take a look at what players have spotted thus far. Not a whole lot of scouting going on. They do see that the Last Jarl is on this side. No Brainer is a mile and a half away from Maddie and from the last Jarl, but this is not yet known. They don't know that there's a Gaia player up here very far away. They've got no idea where everyone is. That's part of the juiciness of Nomad. Has some pigs getting grabbed over here. Do we see any upgrades? Any next stages? Just yet? Not just yet. This Divine's going to be getting himself his very, very quick... What's he getting? He's getting a very, very quick Vaults of Erebus. Athena's coming through. It's hard to know exactly what a good advance time is because no brainer here. He's had fish and he's got a pretty quick advance time in as well. Meanwhile, over onto this position, just going to be grabbing the food for Ulysses. He is Freya at the moment. Freya hanging out, getting his temple up, doing all the good things. I'm just surprised. I would have expected everyone to go fish here. This makes a lot of sense. Just because of how big the map is, and I mean, then again, a rush would be really, really strong, but it doesn't seem like rushes are happening. A whole bunch of houses up for Divine on the back. A beautiful little suburb starting on this spot. It's Divine now in the next stage. He's going to be sending that Minotaur straight forward here. Let's take a quick look on the other side. Ulla on the way for Ulysses. Freya on the way for the last Jarl. Oceanus now in. Ball bag through. Freya as well. Matador on the other hand, he's only now just putting up a temple. He's going for a gigantic fish boom thus far. I like the idea. He's in the pocket, so it should be nice for him. As Military Academy and Archery Range coming down. Divine smartly assuming you can't really go for a fast second town center on this map. You will get raided into the ground. There's a longhouse now through for the last Jarl. We've got a cheeky little forest fire onto this side as the Zom does come through. That Valkyrie taking a lot of damage in on this spot, however. So we'll get out through that small little crevice there, but lots of damage being taken. So what's happening behind here? Ball bag getting in with his own Valkyrie. Struggling at the moment with what he's building. The advantage here for the fishing team is incredibly big. As Valkyrie does get a couple of shots off, but unfortunately, Divine not paying attention there. This Valkyrie will be able to get away with its life, it seems. Meanwhile, Longhouse is coming up over on onto this side. As the Mamilo is starting to coming through for No Brainer. Maddie having a bit of a pause. Don't really have any sort of reason or knowledge of why. But a bit of a pause in the gameplay as the army of Divine starting to move forward here. Wow, Divine uses defensive stance. Look at that. That's wild. I don't even know what that does. Oh, okay. And we're back off to the races. Yal will be having a bit of a problem here. His gold mine is a little bit tricky to deal with, as no-brainer, making the no-brainer play there, charging into Divine Army, getting slapped back. Meanwhile, Town Center's up on the back, actually. They're the only ones with Town Centers. Divine is the only one going one Town Center. He's got to be careful. If he loses his army, he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. As the army, however, for both Maddie and the last Jarl, are going to start getting some serious damage here. Divine tries to pull back out of here. Back into the main base here. He's got that Sentinel situation up, but there's so many units ready to start pushing forward. There will be a big fat Gulen Bursty in the bank if need be. Now Maddie ready to look around. But the pressure is now going to mount. This is going to be a tough position to be in, as Ulysses' Towns are under attack here. Great usage of the Caladria, dodging the arrows here. Ulysses not paying attention at the moment. As the army comes through, now the Caladria goes down and the army will have to retreat away. Very cheeky there from No Brainer, as Divine is back onto this spot, ready to start bashing away. Ballbag has himself out a couple of Hersa to take this fight, but he is going to be getting pushed back in a big way here. He needs some support already. Maddie is now about to get doubled yet again. He does... Oh, not Maddie. Divine is about to get doubled by Maddie yet again. Divine does have restoration here. He will be dropping that one down. Sniping down those throw and action nicely. Great control from Divine thus far. But he will have to retreat back after that restoration is finished. He needs some support. At the moment, though, Ulysses is full focused up onto No Brainer. Ballbag needs to get involved in this game in one way or another. The Minotaur bashing everything away for the time being. Divine does have these Sentinels and the Town Center to help out, even though he doesn't have the towers. It's still going to be a nice defensive point and some farms to come down. Still no fishing ships out from these players, though. I'm still surprised to see that. I mean, the score is kind of close. I'm surprised at that as well. As the walls to come down from Maddie, trying to completely clear up this entire map. But even if they do this, there's still the option to transport ship around the side. It's No Brainer. Has to... Well, he's charging forward. He gets that nice Carnivora off, and Ulysses has to pull all the way back in. Does still have those throw in action. They're still really strong to deal with these Murmillo for the time being. Divine poking back in yet again. Still looking for some villages to kill, some army to kill. But Maddie is looking very, very powerful here. His economy is absolutely gigantic. Ballbag. He is under so much pressure from Maddie. Maddie is just running around like a crazy person here. Divine's been caught out yet again. Does he have a potential restoration answer? Not just yet. He's very short on that. Barely. So he's another 6 favor. So he's retreating away. It's now no-brainer in the heroic age. Has that Thea. And that means a transition into Contarius most of the time. But, I mean, I guess the good thing is that Ballbag and Ulysses have got 2 town centers. So there is a slight town center. No, it's not a slight town center lead. The last Yao now getting his 2nd town center. Did that forest fire get dropped? On this back here, trying to prevent. Oh! A value forest fire, the first time you've ever seen. Vanny, however, he's about to go crazy, grabbing town centers all over the map. Oh, and Matty going to be getting some docks down. He wants to grab all of this fish. Sees that it's not getting grabbed by Team Divine, Ulysses, Ballbag, and says, I'll take it if you're not going to. No worries. That's mine now. Ulysses now in the heroic age. He does drop the Tempest down, trying to break through No-Brainer as fast as he can. But look at No-Brainer's score. He is gigantic here. But this Tempest is very, very fierce. Meanwhile, Divine is effectively playing a 1v2 here, it seems. I mean, the army is still going after Ballbag. But Ballbag, he's got to get in here and support. He's got to come and help Divine out. Ballbag actually in a pretty good spot. He's ready to start carrying. He's got that boom off at the moment. It's the raiding cavalry from the last Jarl come through, and they can't really engage on this at all. But he's getting attacked from many different positions. Ballbag over here with this army. Got to get in. You see another Zom coming through as Divine is trying to hold this position as long as he possibly can. The fray of Ulysses. He's got himself the Gula Mercy over here, but Ulysses says the game is done as he taps out. And Divine and Ballbag, unfortunately, will be following suit very, very soon. An attempt at a bit of a unique strategy here, I'd say, from Ballbag, Divine, and Ulysses, but in the end, I think you do need to get some fish. Unless you go for a really aggressive build. But that relies on everyone having a good spawn. As Ballbag wants to play out just a little bit longer. Lose all of his... Oh, Frost is in. And in the end there, the game is done. Well, GG. A fun nomad, but a nomad nonetheless. I mean, I do think that Divine here was okay. I think Divine didn't necessarily need to go into water, but maybe if Ballbag and Ulysses did on the bottom here, would have been a nice way to go because I got a lot of fish in and they would have been able to support nicely. But nonetheless, the series is now even all over again as we go into game number 5. We are jumping into game number 4 right now, and due to the hour of the morning we've hit, 4:40 a.m., I'm calling in some help. Mr. Nullra from Lundberg TV is in to say a little bit of something. We're on the Map River Styx. How's it going, my friend?
Hello. Nice to be here, casting with the GOAT. And yeah, River Styx. I have seen this map once before, and I think it was RTSL, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And they did the craziest play with a wonder, right?
True. I mean, this is...
Was that it?
This is a map known for RTSL and Legacy, where it was effectively either a fast wonder map, which players went for. They went for like ISIS with a monument spam and making the wonder. It was kind of tough to break it. Or it was like a rush the center sort of thing, take that entirety of the center, and then even if they rush the wonder, they're going to get sort of blown off because, you know, there's just so much economy coming at them that even though they can put a wonder up, it's going to get killed. So it's two sort of strats.
True.
But in Retold, there's this, I mean, you could technically rush a wonder out. I mean, I reckon you could probably get a wonder up by about, I don't know, 20 minutes if you really try hard to just rush it up. But what do you really gain from it?
True. Yeah, I mean, it's different to Legacy, right? And there aren't any game-ending gold powers you can spam on repeat besides maybe Earthquake, but even then, Winter.
That's true.
I guess the Norse player would have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that would actually be insane, no? And their bases are so close together that the wolves would just kill everything on repeat, no?
Oh my god, you're giving me ideas already. I wonder if they're going to do this. Like, you could just tribute you have to get 50 favor, but you have to you could tribute the Norse player to the Mythic Age. Really, really quickly.
I mean,
Click the first Winter, drop the wonder.
What if you did this, right? What if you just let the Norse player kill your chickens and your herdables? Then he has the favor, right?
No,
Without even having to do anything.
You have to build units anyways to build the
yeah, you'll get the Hersers, yeah.
Just get Herser. What do you need? You need.
You should have it.
Just get 10 Herser out with
yeah, and you'll have it.
You'll have it. No problems.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see how, like, I would love to see a strategy like that. It would be really cool, but it's unlikely, right?
It's pretty unlikely. What's more likely is that we're going to see some sort of an underworld play from Divine. He's got the Hades. Or a Shifting Sands play on the side from the Ra players, War Cruel, and we've also got Dursa Poseidon doing something like that. Well, that's also true.
Yeah.
You can just build a Titan and he can just walk into there and just cause a lot of problems. So, yeah, Titans are a threat on this map as opposed to what they used to be, which was not a threat.
Yeah, because they can walk on water now, yeah?
Yeah.
And that would cause a lot of trouble. But the thing is, like, from watching, what do you think about the team compositions? Like, Raw and Hades, I feel like might be superior to the double Norse here because of the Shifting Sands and Underworld.
Yeah, kind of. There's that, but there's also the Norse can just kind of run around the map and jump into some longboats and then pop out and then build buildings and then they're just kind of everywhere on the map. So
true, very true.
As long as Divine Ulysses and Dursa Poseidon have a plan, though, a plan to use their god powers together and get a lot of good damage done, then I think it's going to be fine. I think they'll have the advantage. But yeah, there's definitely an angle for Norse.
Yeah, I also think they will be able to deny their Titan gates if that's what they're choosing. I'm interested to see what they will come up with because this is a map where you can cook up a lot of stuff, I imagine.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think this was also pre-decided as well. So these guys are probably going to jump into this one with some actual forethought, so to speak.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see.
Another thing is that you only really need to get one player to put a dock down and get a transport ship. You don't have to... Or you can get the Shifting Sands into the center of the map, and both the Norse players from the last Jarl and Maddie can just send their infantry over to the villages, Shifting Sands into the center, use the Raven to get the line of sight. All that stuff is possibility. So there's lots of ways to kind of
very true.
Skip the transport ship and get a nice opening.
Yeah. Very true. Wouldn't it be better to actually like take the center instead of their own back TCs? Don't you think? Because they have Shifting Sands.
Yeah. The center is everything. That's where the population is. That's where the gold is. That's where the relics are. There's tons of relics. I mean, there's probably some really nice ones here. Blue Crystal Shard, obviously, pretty nice. Belt of Argus is garbage. Blanket of Emperor Zoe, not really good. Eye of Ornu can be helpful. Arrow of Heracles is always good. I don't know. don't know if relics are ever that important in
Uh,
a team game, but Kopech of Horus is here, always
that
nice.
that one's good. That one's good.
I'm just here
I'm
enjoying
thinking
clicking on all of these and so Black Lotus, yes.
huge. I'm thinking like taking the initiative to go like into the center first and setting up there will just give you the biggest advantage, and you can just even go 3 TC after that. And I'm not
Yeah.
sure why they're choosing to just all of them. Actually, no one's decided to even bother with the middle yet.
Well, I understand on the side of Divine, like playing Hades, playing with a Hades, you're just gonna get pushed back. You're just gonna get pushed off it. It's gonna be tough to like get him over there and do anything. Well, it's better to stay on this
Yeah.
mainland and spam units and then all just go through the underworld together and try and just break through wherever your opponent isn't.
You know what I can see being a possibility here from Yuli's team with Divine being on Hades? You could always shift, I mean, Underworld onto your side, you know, the right of Yor's base, and just make a very tough base, a proxy base, and just push from there on.
Yeah. But even if you clean up their homeland, if they migrate to the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 town centers there, so I guess it's 6. It would be 12 to 6, but they'd have all the gold. So it'd be a bit
Yeah,
of
but
an
you have
interesting
trade
one.
routes.
True, you do have a trade route. It's not a very good
Yeah.
one though. I imagine the trade route is
No,
very, very bad on this map. Market here.
I would say 60
Oh,
gold.
I don't even know.
Tops.
We'll see. The markets are up already. They want to
No.
make some trade.
Yep.
There's a segment from Warcrawl.
The Citadel Center, you need to account for that too. The population could be
True.
big.
I mean, this has been what I'm surprised to see this twice here. I think Warcrawl and Der Super Saiyan, they've been both going for Sobek and Sekhmet respectively, and Warcrawl found himself in a bit of a tricky spot because he was missing that Dark Waters tech for the Camel Riders.
Oh yeah. What do you think about that? I'm sure. I think you're a Sekhmet fan, no?
In the Ra mirror, I don't think you can go Sekhmet, but if you're in
Right.
anything else, you can. Like if you
Yeah.
play Ra
What I'm
versus
thinking also.
ISIS, you can go Sekhmet. Ra versus Set, obviously you can go Sekhmet as well. But yeah.
Will he donate the Citadel to one of his teammates or use it for himself? I wonder. Another thing is with going so big, you get the rock, so there could be potential there.
True. I mean, you got my brain cooking. Like, if why not give it to the Norse player? And let's just give them extra villagers. Like, you want a big economy,
Yeah.
have a bigger economy. Why not? If you want to get to the Mythic
Yeah,
Age faster, get to the Mythic Age faster. Why not?
Yeah, like imagine going like 4. Like if you think about it, going 4 or 5 TC, you can easily get 4 or 5 monuments. You can easily get out 3 citadels pretty fast.
Yeah. Not a bad idea. Not a little bad idea there. So many team game strategy ideas. All you got to do is think about it.
True. Always very fun to cook.
Got to get in the kitchen.
Finally, moving into the mainland for Team Jarl, right?
Yeah. Team Jarl is in the middle,
Yeah.
grabbing the town centers. But I mean, realistically, I don't see Divine Ulysses and Der Super Saiyan doing anything here. I don't even see a. Is there a Migdal up? You don't even see a Migdal up here. He's just. I don't even know what they're doing. Wait, hang on. Let me have
Can you
a
check the eco ups? Are they going hard eco ups?
look. I mean, hold on. Where are we going? I gotta get to this guy. No. There is a dock in. Up. An expansion.
Oh, there we go.
He's in the center. Happy days.
Maybe the plan is for Yuli and Super Saiyan to go to mainland and have Divine with the underworld play at the back of it. To their main base.
Yeah. We saw Scardy doing this with DoD quite a bit when they played on this map. He would like do a Hephaestus rush onto the onto the homeland, while the rest of them sort of sat there and kind of just tried to hold on.
That's actually pretty smart because, like, with Hades, you get the Artemis as well, right? So you can essentially just underworld one person, earthquake the other, and now you don't have the one person doesn't have the population to actually rebuild his units quickly enough to, you know, hold the push while they're getting pushed on mainland. So there's a lot of stuff you can do here, and can't wait to see what they come up with.
Well, we've already got Osiris coming through for the Super Saiyajin. He says, I got my Migdol, I got my Osiris, and I'm gonna be pumping camels.
As he should. How do you think about what do you feel about camels now post nerf? Do you think they're in a better state? Like acceptable state or a bit too strong still?
In team games?
Yeah, in team games, because like pre-patch, you would just mass out camels and just run everywhere and massacre everything, right?
I'd still do that at the moment. I'd still do that with Ra.
Do you think that's the strength right now?
Yeah, I think it's
Even
really
though?
good. I mean, you can also just go for Sphinx, right? But I think that the camels are probably still your best bet, unless you're. It depends on the situation.
Yeah, of course. Yuli getting pushed back in. Quite a formidable army for Jarl's team.
Oh!
Oh, called it.
I kind of want to photo mode this.
How's how's the wood line there? Is there enough room for catapults?
I'm sorry. We're busy right now. We're just gonna. This nice one like this. We're just gonna go in. Okay, we're straight up, and we're just. Yeah, perfect. No sky. That looks perfect. All right, fantastic. Quick big screen. Call it a day. And we're back.
Beautiful.
And we're back to the game.
Nothing happened.
Oh, and an underworld! It's happening!
Oh, the frost! That's actually huge.
For the 5th time this series, underworld into frost.
Yo, he had army ready there. So they knew this was coming.
Well, he's shifting sands in with those
Oh, he
camel
did?
riders, yeah. To try and deal with this. Underworld is down. And Divine...
Very, very worth.
Yeah, I mean... I don't actually think that this camel... Right, wait, does it win this? I don't know if it does. There's 14 hoplites.
I mean, there's a town center there with mercenaries that can eventually clear this out.
True. And there's no villagers. He didn't send any villagers forward. So it's not gonna be anything to afford anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you said this happened every single time thus far in this series, right?
Yes.
Would you not think that Divine would go in and then out again to bait out the frost?
Look,
and then go back in?
That's difficult to do. You have to click in
but if
and
you're
then click out. You have
anticipating
to,
it.
it's tough, okay?
Okay, but
Easier
what if you
said
send
than
a
done.
little bit of you? Yeah, of course, easier said than done. But an idea, nonetheless, like, wouldn't you at least attempt to send half your army and then the other half?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
You could do that.
But it's been held off. This is not gonna do too much damage. Nicely played by Team Jarl.
What they could do now is they could shifting sands a whole bunch of villages over. It's the first of many Winters to come through. They could shifting sands some villages into this main base here to start spamming buildings down. It's always an option.
True. That is because he does have an army there already. Oh, the Citadel center goes down, and the first Thimble gonna cause a lot of damage potentially.
Yeah, I mean it's just idles the entire.
And it was during the rain. During the rain as well. That hurt.
Brutal. Shouldn't be able to rain and snow at the same time, should it? Should it? Why do you think it was a god power blocking god power? Huh? For this one reason.
I actually like that mechanic a lot. I think there was so much outplay potential with that. I really liked it. And now the
okay,
second
it's fine.
combo.
Okay, this is what I propose. You can't. Rain blocks Eclipse, blocks Fimbulwinter. All of those block those, like any sort of like environment changing god power. So it doesn't feel like everything gets cut out, but you can still block them for a little bit.
Yeah, I see.
And then
Ra
Ra gets even stronger against Norse, and everyone's happy.
I mean, Norse needs to have a weakness, right?
That's true.
I would love to see the statistics for this team game tournament on how many series Norse has been picked compared to other civs, right? I mean, of course, Norse is the highest picked, but how much exactly? That would be very interesting to know.
Yeah, unfortunately, my team got kicked out. We would have beaten all these Norse squads without picking. Actually, we were picking Norse with one player. One player.
Only 1/3 ethical.
That's right.
Only 2/3 ethical, actually.
Yeah. and then our Zeus would get banned out. Feels bad.
Oh yeah. You had Victor, right? They thought they targeted his Zeus?
Yes, yeah, they did. Brood.
I see. True. What's been the ban on the series?
Zeus and Loki.
Zeus and Loki. Loki, I like this ban. I'm not sure if I like the Zeus ban too much. I mean, it is good because Divine is pretty good with Zeus. So it makes sense. It kind of leaves him a bit more vulnerable.
Yeah, but Hades is also really good too.
Yeah, I would probably chuck the ban on Thor, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but they want to play Thor. Ulysses and Maddie. I would have banned Odin. But I guess
You would have banned Odin.
Just to get Last Jarl off of it, because that's all he plays.
But he had this secondary as Loki too, right?
Yeah.
Would have been.
But then they banned Loki.
Would have actually buffed him.
Because they banned Loki.
Then it's trouble.
Oh no, they didn't. They banned Zeus, didn't they? Never mind. Nah, the Loki ban is good. But this army here from Ulysses Divine and their Super Saiyan is gigantic. It's kind of looking like they're sort of falling over in this finals. Well, in this game at the very least. It's looking like it's just going Ulysses' way. We might even be seeing a game 7.
Does he have Burning Pitch?
Yes.
Oh boy. I mean,
Dead buildings.
He's throwing Axemen do a lot of it. Yeah. I missed the pre-nerf Burning Pitch throwing Axemen.
Right? It's fun. It's fun for things to be stupid.
That was really fun, but really stupid, yeah.
It's like 4 players rushing out, burning pitch in the classical age. Why not?
Can Jarl's team come back from this? They're at a pretty massive disadvantage now, flaming weapons. Everything's getting melted.
Yeah, these are so much damage coming from those champion throwing axemen from Ulysses. And he's also...
Oh boy.
We got tier for Maddie, but... Artemis also... coming from Divine.
Will it be enough?
Yeah, at this point, these guys are in a really good spot. Those are camel riders as well, just killing everything.
Oh yeah. Not looking too good for Team Jarl here. That flaming weapon's got a ton of value though.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see another Fimbulwinter coming through either. Where are we at? Nope. No Fimbulwinter on the menu.
Do they have no Call of Valhalla? No Berserks on the map?
They probably do, but it's mostly throwing action, right?
Yeah.
Unlike on a sort of land map, you can't really run around on this map and just sort of drop buildings all over the place, it seems.
Actually, very true. So maybe camels aren't the absolute best choice on here. because it's easily wallable, and then you can just go with slower army but stronger army. But cams are very strong, so slower moving armies though tend to be strong. So Hades is actually, now that I think of it, pretty good here. His main weakness is not being mobile, and this map kind of helps with that.
And there's the dub going the way of Team Ulysses. Ridiculously solid game plan.
Absolutely. Yep. Very massive. Maybe the underworld really helped.
I think
put some give them some time. Yeah.
Effectively, what happened? What it made basically Maddie need to do is he needed to retreat, which means he lost that middle town center right here where the citadel was. He had to come back to kind of kill off those units. What probably should have happened would have been Maddie gets shifting sands is over by Walkrule, and then Walkrule comes over to defend with his camels on the front, maybe. But that's a difficult call.
I agree.
We've obviously got omniscience, so easier to say that than actually do it. But
yeah, I wonder if they're on the comms.
I think they probably are for the finals. We got game. It's a best of 7, right? So that means game 6 coming. Game point for Team Ulysses. Team Jarl needs to bring this back somehow and force the game 7. We'll see if they can do it. I'm not sure what map we're going on, but we'll figure it out soon. You'll find out soon. Okay, game number 6. Game point. Championship point. Not even just game point. You win this one, or Ulysses wins this one, and that's money time. And like in the last game, I'm joined with the fabulous Nullra to carry me.
Here to carry and help. Did you know about the Gaia trick? The trees. I only saw this when I streamed the last series, and there's a way where you can spread the Gaia trees all around the town center perfectly. Have you seen that yet?
Yeah. So you can just drop it straight on the middle of the town center, right?
Yeah, and it just perfectly, beautifully, centers around the town center. Grows around the TC,
yes,
and
but
it's so nice.
But it does leave an opening there, right? It doesn't. Quite...
Yeah, it does leave an opening.
There's a strat, right? Hear me out on this one. It's very silly. Triple Gaia.
Pause.
Triple Gaia. Gaia Forest, Gaia Forest, Gaia Forest on the town center. Locks the town center off. Don't tell anyone. Tried this? Don't tell anyone about this one. Don't tell anyone. It might not work. It might work. It might not. Oh, do we have something different here? No.
Pause. Oh.
Someone was saying that Divine's in the pocket. He's not. He's not in the pocket.
Oh, baited.
Debated.
Divine's color though is kind of nicely.
It's camouflaged.
Mixed in. Yeah. It's kind of good for him actually, but it can also be bad.
Gaia Forest. No, you need 3. You need 3 Gaia Forests. I know, I tested it.
One thing I noticed about trees, when you give it to a teammate, sometimes their villagers can just go idle and it doesn't actually notify you. So hopefully that doesn't happen here.
No, I think it's been fine thus far. Yeah, of course I tested it. Why wouldn't I test it? Testing silly things is my job. The thing is, it's very, very quick to open it back up because you just put villagers onto the wood. It's 250 wood. You just chop down one tree and you're out because it only blocks with one tree around the thing. You can just knock one tree down, you're out of it. So.
How's the map looking? Is this a very defensive map? It seems like there's a ton of gold mines at the back.
Yeah, there's huge amount of gold and 2 walls. 1, 2, 3. You got this entire side defended basically.
Oh yeah, this is Divine is happy with a map like this, I bet.
Yeah, he's gonna be very happy.
How do you feel about Yohi? I know he's the raiding type of player, but will he get to raid this game too much because of how defensive it is. Just take a back town center for Divine and
Even
wall
on
that
the-
off and use Sentinels.
Even on the defensive maps, you still can raid. Like,
Yeah.
sure, you can put a wall up over here, but that's just going to get knocked down and he's going to run in. And then you're like chasing him around in this big open space around the back of the map.
Yeah. There's a ton of hunt at the back as well. Like, this is such a beautiful map for Hades, I feel. Closed off somewhat, close to his opponent, and a ton of resources safe.
Yeah, this is the
Can't go wrong.
Hades map. If you're praying for a nice one for a defensive game against this god matchup when you're picking Hades, this is what you're going to get.
Yep. And ideally against Thor as well, and not Gaia.
Yeah.
Ideally against Odin, sorry, not Gaia. Gaia would be able to deal with it, but I don't think Odin has a good time against Hades here.
Yeah, they haven't actually tried to run the Gaia into the Hades yet. You know, you can kind of pick where you spawn. They haven't tried to do that. They haven't put no-brainer on that side and just say, hey, just go for Contaris and run at him. Instead, they're trying to run into the Ra with the Gaia, which does match up okay. And skill difference-wise, you know, they've got their B-tier players running at each other. So it does work out a little bit better for them in terms of, like...
It does, I agree.
They're not going to die or anything, but... It could be interesting to send the Odin on the other side, and then again, I mean, you don't really want to try and raid the Ra. It can be tough.
Yeah. It is actually quite tough to deal with the Ra, so ideally for Odin as well, you just go against Hades, even though it is tough. It's better than Ra.
Yeah.
I do wonder if we're gonna see some Monument Sphinx play here from Super Saiyan, or if he's just gonna play with his Comfort 2TC into Camels.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Sphinx are great, but you slip up and you lose them, and all of a sudden you're very far behind. So I don't know if you want to. When you're playing against people who are at like the level of like Matador and even Last Jarl at the top, I feel like you can get into a lot of trouble, especially as Caladria's out.
I just feel like in this matchup, or these gods specifically in the game, I think Sphinx could give you insane amount of value.
Yeah.
While the Thor booms, if you, of course, use it correctly, right? Gotta avoid the Caladrias. But then again, you kind of need to micro multiple Caladrias onto a single Sphinx to kill it.
True. We haven't seen him do it, so he's staying away. He's just going town centers and enjoying his life.
Yep, classic. Just,
it's not like you can't do you could do like a 4 monument second town center Sphinx play.
Yeah, perfectly fine as well. But I think he just enjoys the simplicity of going 2TC Rain build, right?
I mean,
even though there's a ton of hunt on the map.
Yeah, he has been hunting though, from memory. Maybe he's not going to.
Oh yeah. We'll see in a bit.
Got some chat.
What do you think about?
Oh, sorry, go on. I'll go on my story afterwards.
What do you think about, instead of Sphinx, you drop the 4 monuments early and you just go 2TC, and you just go Osiris and get down 6-7 mummies.
I'll tell you what I like even more than that. 6-7 Avengers with Eclipse and also the.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen too much Avenger
use.
So
strong. That people sleep on the Avengers. They sleep on them. You get the segment upgrade to give them lifesteal.
Oh, the Crimson Linen upgrade, yeah.
And you get Eclipse. And they spin and they don't die. Oh, everything melts. Everything. The villages melt. They run around the map killing everything. Disgusting.
If the problem is, Son of Osiris is kind of too strong at the moment, so I believe if we see a nerf on that, we may see that come and play a lot more often.
Yeah, that could be true. But I mean, in this situation, you're playing against Norse. Might be worthwhile to go Horus, even in the current state, just so you can have those axemen to clean everything up. But then again, you're up against the Gaia, so the
Yeah, you
Osiris
kinda.
is really important to kill off all those
Yeah.
Dryads.
Yep, the continuous dryads. A lot of little side builds going on from Matador here.
Yeah, this map has got
Sneaking around.
this is probably his favorite sort of situation where he gets to get in onto the back and just drop those long hats. He's been doing it all throughout this game, but with different varying degrees of success, just on the fact that the maps haven't really allowed for it. Some of it.
But here, all the resources are at the back, so it could be a lot of value.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like this map is also going to make the game, even though the resources are quite safe, the bases are so close to each other that I believe that this might be a rather quick game.
Might be. I mean, we're still going to see Divine do Divine at the moment. He's trying to deal with those raiding cavalry. He's got some units out. He's going to get Heroic Gauge. He's going to do his Underworld shenanigans. The question is going to be whether or not Matador and Jarl get off their Fimble Winters. Or if Ulysses can sort of pick off enough units. Huge raid.
Ulysses kind of just needs to get to the point of being Thor without his teammates falling too far behind.
Well, I mean, he also has to keep up with Matador, and that's not quite happening.
Yeah, Matador right now is going crazy with the Berserks.
Yeah, this is his
applying
time
a ton
to
of
shine.
pressure.
Sure.
How do you deal with the constant? How do you think people should deal with this constant raiding cavalry at the back of your base, kind of thing? As Hades especially.
Well, you've got walls. Just build. I mean, Divine hates walls. I think. He just thinks they're not very good. But I think you just have to wall
I like
up.
his building placement.
Yeah, the building
Look at
placement
his
is
base.
always good.
Cute. It's cute. Cute base.
Yeah, look at it. You got to
Nice
attach the buildings together. You make little villages of production. Feels great.
Yeah, I like it. We should rate people's bases here.
Okay, let's take a look over here. This is kind of just on fire.
Yep. Standard raw base. A lot of pressure coming in from Jarl, though. He's actually doing an amazing job this game with the pressure. Not letting out at all. Putting Super Saiyan really far behind.
Yeah, it's got to hurt. And you're always kind of on a timer to some degree. This guy is going to get big and keep on attacking. And I mean, also making those catapultis in this situation is really, really good. You can get trapped into going into like mass Contarius if you're not careful.
Oh yeah.
So I like that he's making sure he's got the right units out.
That is the thing against Egyptian spamming Migdol units. Just catapultas and Contarius should beat everything very convincingly, I feel.
Yeah. Well, Ulysses now in the heroic age. The problem is for Ulysses is he's not going to be able to push forward and get this town center. And he's fighting against these heavy infantry units. There's all these buildings here. I think that realistically, Divine should probably just walk over here and help him out just a little bit before he underworlds. But these raiding cavalry are just getting so much value. Does he have a relic?
Oh, he does. Oh, man.
Oof. I mean, he's getting slowed down by the Valkyrie, so it's all good.
Slightly. Until... Oh, yeah, he doesn't get the Theresa's rune.
Yeah.
Because he does not have Bragi. But how come you score-wise, Ulysses is this far behind? Has that been thanks to Jarl?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just been the raids just constantly. I mean, this has been the story of this series, right? It's just because Divine playing Hades has to play so defensively, Ulysses gets the brunt of it. So if Ulysses can defend, he just wins. But if he does, it's very hard to defend.
Divine gets huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Divine gets massive if he defends.
The raid's coming back.
It is very difficult to defend.
He does notice it there though as he pulls back. Now Divine, he is being called over here, so all of a sudden this middle base should go down. But Divine is scared. Maybe he's going to go for an underworld? There he goes.
Oh. Into the
right
base
onto the side. Is there a frost? Yes, there is. Oh, and he's back. He gets out.
Oh, he did it. He did it.
Oh, no.
Let's go. He did it.
No, he did it, and he didn't do it. Oh,
wait,
dude.
did he go back in?
Yeah, he went back through it before the thing was done.
No, not like this. I was so proud for a second.
Oh.
Oh, this is so unfortunate. That underworld is gonna go down, and again, he's not gonna get any value from it. And while this is happening, his whole army is there. Y'all can simply dive his main base. What is Divine gonna do, right?
He deletes his army, and he rebuilds it.
Can you actually delete it? You should be able to delete the frost, right? Yeah.
I've done it.
Oh, high IQ play.
When you've got infinite resources and someone freezes your army, you're like, well, I'll just delete it. I'll get a new army. It's fine.
True. Yeah, I would have loved to see y'all actually dive Divine's base there at the back of that frost play. Because it was defended by...
I mean, there are still a lot of units here. He lost a lot, but it seems like he's got an army back already.
Army count seems pretty much dead even. It's just like 40 villagers ahead for Jarl's team.
Yeah, now
looks like.
Now the first of many on the way.
Oh boy. Are they both going up at the same time?
It's just Maddie at the moment. Jarl on the other hand.
What happens if you click Fimbulwinter, both of you click Fimbulwinter at the same time? Have you seen that yet? What happens?
It's just
Is there like double the wolves?
Yeah, it's just more wolves.
Ah, then it's probably. I mean, it could potentially take a town center down, or 2-3 town centers even.
But it's better to just idle the economy
again,
for longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But what if
weapons,
what if
the restoration should be in here?
Oh, huge resto. And the Greek wins that with the help of...
Oh, nice locust there as well. The question is I think the Super Saiyajin down the bottom is kind of doing fine now. I think No Brainer is sort of fallen flat in this game. He's facing the Son of Osiris and he needs some help.
Is he going up to Mythic? Is he going up through Mythic for Implode?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so that might be his saving grace to push back that Raw army with the Son of Osiris.
Yeah.
But for now, surprisingly, Divine's actually pulling through here in the middle. They're winning the fight.
And this is just that Greek army just gets so strong. He plays it so well. I mean, he's been performing incredibly well this entire series. They still have a ways to go here. You got to remember, these raiding cavalry, they're still running around here killing villagers.
Oh yeah, for sure. And now Matador's forward town center may start getting taken down, and that's actually population Matador needs because he is at full vills.
Of course, the chat is asking if Flaming Weapons affects Skull and Bursty. Of course it does. Skull and Bursty is the hero. And there's that implode.
Oh, so
he's going to get out with a lot of that stuff though. It's so much.
Look at the army count. Dwindling. Oh, this is going to be a huge implode.
Ouch. And then the Fimbulwinter as well. You kill off the army and you stop the economy.
Ah, this is gonna hurt really, really bad.
That's a big oof.
So the thing with that implode was, as good as it was for them, it's really bad for No Brainer.
Yeah.
How will he be able to stop this army now is the question. With the Son of Osiris there, with the catapults, it's gonna be very hard.
Technically speaking, No Brainer did just receive a god power, a mythic age god power.
True.
number 1.
Very true.
So, but he is taking a lot of damage. This is almost a race against the clock here for the moment.
Yeah, I think so too. I think what Super Saiyan, what he needs to do here is start spamming Migdos on the front and send camels to his team.
Yeah.
Basically, siege down No Brainer while helping his team out to get a foothold in the game.
We'll either go and help out the actual team or go after the villagers. Just kill off all those villagers with the camel riders just running around.
Yeah. Yeah. Trade route started yet?
It doesn't really look like there's a trade route. I don't see anything anywhere. There's so many gold mines that you probably don't need to trade.
Probably not.
But yeah, now there's Super Saiyan. He's getting targeted down, which does give Ulysses a chance to build some stuff. Divine's already got an army back out, but he's got to move around and he's slow.
Yeah. The score lead 21,000 in favor of Team Jarl though. Oh, shifting
He has to
sands.
come back and defend his own base here.
Oh, the mummies though. The mummies are out.
Yes, they are.
Oh boy. That was a quick sweep of that entire army.
Look at this back here. Look at all the red on this map. Oof.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be annoying to deal with. Because even if you take down a longhouse, there's another berserk building another one somewhere else, right?
That's right. And this is why the Horus could be a good idea here. Just so you have action to get around and just clean it all up.
Yeah.
Speedy dudes.
The berserks do beat majority of the units if you just throw like even numbers at them.
Yeah. The restoration back in.
Quite a small army there.
Yeah, it's not much. The
you're
differential is only 50 pop in favor of the last Jarl's team. But that's still a big deal there. And Matador, he's going to hold.
Is the counter for units or population?
That's population,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Because I'm thinking sometimes, you know, it just doesn't add up. There's too many units for that low of a population number.
I mean, you can count it up on this side, right? 130, 115, 36. Like, No Brainer is the one struggling at the moment. He's got nothing.
Yeah. Oh boy, but same with Yuli, 48
Yeah.
for Thor. So it's all Super Saiyan right now.
And these raids just keep coming. He's never going to stop. He's just like, let me kill villagers. I want to kill more villagers.
Ah, yeah. Has Jarl hit Mythic yet? He has, right?
No, I don't think he has actually. He's now going there though. He's about to.
Oh, I think that might be very, very tough to come back from. Another one.
Another one.
No. Oh no.
But the mummies.
Another one from
the mummies, the infinite value with the Son of Osiris. The Super Saiyan is massive. Divine is still completely fine here. He is. I mean, his army is actually not completely fine. He's struggling. Okay. So it's all on the Super Saiyan. That's all.
Yeah, look at the villager difference.
No, don't look at it.
50 bills down. It's about to go down even more. Oh no.
And that's where I say, alright, GG. We're out of here.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, Divide's not even garrisoning villages. Ah, no. He's already dead. Stop it. He's already dead.
Oh, man. Like a whole minute of idle time plus taking down villas. Look at the villager difference. 130 in favor of Team Jarl.
Yeah.
It's 3 Fimbulwinters in one game.
Divine calls it.
Yep.
Oh, well, you got it. You got what you wanted. And you got yourself a game 7.
Yep. Happy to hear. Loved it. Very well played from Matador. I think him and Jarl together created enough. Like they just did very well together in this specific game. Lots of good
Yeah,
synergy
yeah,
and very good pressure,
yeah.
utilizing their gods to their fullest potential. I really liked it.
Well, we'll see if there's going to be any adjustments going into Game 7. But we're going in onto the map, The Unknown. So it looks a little bit like
Oh,
Land Unknown, but we're actually going in onto The Unknown. So some excitement potentially to be cooked up. Game 7. It all comes down to this. Nullra, for me, with me on the journey here. But it's been quite a journey, has it not? We've seen a lot of team games. A
oh
lot of
yeah, for
excitement.
sure. It's been a really good series so far. Very close series, to be honest. They're pretty much going toe to toe with each other, and this being the final game, I'm sure a lot of nerves are gonna come into play for both teams.
Yep. And it's not just nerves, Nullra. We have ourselves a Jotunheim one whole esque
Oh my.
of maps.
Oh my. This is going to be good. This is going to be really good.
Yep.
I think this is the best possible map layout we could have asked for, to be honest. I am hoping for a late game shitfest in the middle. Like full pop armies just fighting non-stop, killing each other.
I mean, but you're gonna have to deal with restorations from the Hades and the flaming weapons. But also remember this one. A certain someone has been going Freya quite a lot in this
Oh,
series. I would not be
yeah.
surprised if he goes, well, if you're gonna just wedge everything in here, why don't I just forest fire one of those spots? And we
And then
can
we'll see a Gaia treat.
true a Gaia tree in that. No, the guy is on his team.
Yeah, true, true. I
Absolutely
mean,
wild.
this is yeah, this is I'm excited for this map. I thought the middle was blocked off at first, but it was just water,
Yeah.
shallow water.
I mean, there
How
is
is the map
kind
layout?
of an opening over on the corners here. Not on this one, obviously. That's definitely open. Well, maybe. I don't know. It might
I,
be. It might
can
be
you get
open
through
on
though?
this. It might be open on this side. I don't know. I mean, you look at it and you go,
Mm.
kinda. I mean,
A berserker villager could squeeze in there, I think.
yeah, maybe risky. I mean, you'll be able to know. You can just click across there and see what happens.
Yeah, true. This map is also a very good map for trade routes, I feel.
Yeah,
It's
look at
very
this.
safe,
Got this
even though
town
the
center here.
corners are,
Market
yeah,
here. Not bad. Not bad.
pretty damn good. How do you feel about the trade, like caravan rate? In team games, it used to be 100% back in Legacy, right?
You got a huge trade bonus for trading with your allies.
Yeah,
Huge.
it was
Abs
like
ridiculously big. You'd
I'm
get
I'm
like
not sure if it was 100%
you'd you'd
extra
you'd get like 250, 300 gold per
on
trip.
Oasis. Yeah,
And I was just like and you'd see like a raw player literally just do a fast showing, drop like 3 markets and
yeah,
goes, "Yep, here we
yeah.
go."
Yep, and drop rain
Yeah, that's right.
with like 25 farms and just keep producing trade routes. Then eventually you don't even need gold, like
Yeah.
early mythic, you don't even need gold villagers. So you just put them onto food. But
Very
I kind
silly.
of like that too. Now it's what, 10%?
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think.
I don't even know anymore. I don't even think about it. I just go, oh, we just want it on the longest path. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Trade should be late
Oh
game.
yeah.
It should be a late game thing. Like you shouldn't be building a trade route unless you either are 100 villages and you need more eco, or there's no gold left on the map.
Yeah. But sometimes it could actually like help out to somewhat, like let's say someone has absolute control of the map, you could always throw down a chemo market and get some gold and try to push back, you know.
That's true.
Oftentimes it didn't result in a comeback, but sometimes it could, and it was always nice to see.
Well,
But now, also, caravans are more expensive.
that's
I'm not
true.
sure if you knew that. When
Yeah,
I
yeah.
found out, I was actually like, what?
You were shook. You were like, how dare they take 25 wood from me? This is inflation.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for
Yeah.
my
Really?
tax dollars didn't go to this.
True. What's the situation here? Are we gonna see a boomy or aggressive type of play? I'm assuming boomy because it's one hole. And how are their scouts looking? Have they scouted it? The
I think they
layout?
have. And it's looking
Yep.
fairly scouted. Oh,
Oh, he was able to go through the gap.
wait,
I
wait.
think. Was he, or is that
That's
just a
actually
raven?
yeah.
Might have been.
Yeah, he's blind. It's okay. We don't talk about the raven. Poor boy, poor boy. She's flying over here. He's just got no.
Raven buffs coming soon.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Do you take 3 TCs on a map like this? I don't see why not, right?
Man, if I was a raw player in this game, in this series, and I'd played this many games, I would be like, there is no way that a fast 3-town center doesn't work. I am just gonna do it. Just do it. It's like you got Hunt on the back town center over here on this town center. You've got Hunt on it as well. In the main base, you've got Hunt here. Fast 3-town center would be absolutely brutal.
Yep. Do you know if village centers give mercenaries?
No,
If you
they
can
don't.
train mercenaries
They
from them?
don't.
Oh, imagine if you could. That would actually be fun. Like, come late game, you just throw down a village center in the middle and you just spam mercenaries at them.
It'd be very good. Oh, he wasted it?
Oh no. Oh no.
Hello?
On a map like this, Jarl?
I mean, it's only 125 favor for another one, so he might use it in the late game.
It doesn't have Broggy.
No,
So favor won't be as easy to come by.
You can still get it. Just spam hustle.
Yeah. But you do get the bonus from Odin, Great Hall units fighting.
True. Oh, Caladria, Tango down.
Ooh, that's a W.
Yeah. The big Zom. The big Zom is in. But like this has been the case every single game thus far. This early last Jarl sort of attack really sets Ulysses behind, allowing Matador a huge advantage here.
Yeah, and Matador kind of just takes over from there. What could it's in Divine's hands to deal with this, either by being stronger than Matador, or making Jarl regret doing this.
Yeah, I mean at this point, given the layout of Ulysses' base, I think it's fine. But I think the problem is Matador is gigantic here. He's got the Gaia Forest. He's got his second town center already. He's already across the map now with the Berserks killing stuff.
He's living life.
Yeah.
This is what you want.
But I mean, also, you look over here at what does Super Saiyans do. Like, just where's that third town center? Just get it up. Just put it there and just enjoy. Be gigantic.
Yep. Oh, the early Dwarven Mine Forest.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Oh, Yuli's always getting bullied in these games so far. Y'all doing a wonderful job of pressuring the key player, I would say, on Team Yuli. Setting him back while getting his own star player ahead.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is with doing this, and now he's grabbing his own second town center, he puts himself really far behind.
He does, indeed. but at the cost. I mean, you have to look at it this way. It all comes down to return on investment. He's investing into Matador, and so far Matador has been able to, return on the investment. He's been doing great, so it is worth, from my viewpoint.
Yes, indeed. Well, the star formation coming through. Sees the town center empty. That's always going to be nice. Couple of units in the main base here.
These raiding cav don't even care. They just run through everything.
Yeah.
Does he have thundering hooves already?
He does. But no
relic,
no dwarven horseshoes.
Yeah, no cheat. Yeah, no cheating this time around. But already with the back builds from Matador, this is gonna be very tough for Yuli because Matador is economically ahead significantly, I believe.
We will be spotting it though. Immediately spotted is big. He's gonna have to ping that one out though. Might not notice it. Will he finish off the obelisk? No, I don't think he's going to. It takes so long.
He may have spotted it anyway. Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he spotted it, but whether or not he's pinged and everyone notices there's 2 red dots over there.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, Matador just drops them and moves on to the next part of the map and does it all over again. Yeah. On repeat.
Raiding cavalry coming through. Good reaction from Divine, but too little too late. Still going to lose some villagers. And he's getting hit on this side as well.
Despite y'all being like 1 TC for the early game, they're still ahead in villagers. Significantly ahead.
That's mostly got to be because of the guy though, right? The guy is cheating.
True.
Well, no, seriously, sure like you get the villagers come out faster, so they're worth a little bit less, but you get them faster because you can heroize them and they become like better, right?
Yeah, makes sense. But now heroic for Gaia. What composition is he going to run this time around? Arcus with some infantry and dryads.
Well, he's pushing in. He wants to take Ulysses' Ford Town Center out. This has been a key game plan for the entirety of this series to just knock Ulysses back into his base. Do we see the Underworld in just yet? No, he's not. We don't see Divine getting close to the Heroic Asia shit. They're in a lot of trouble.
Brutal. Like being this far behind in score, almost 10,000 compared to the opponent's store. How can you come back from a situation like this if you're Yuli? Like you have to rely on your teammates now. You just have to hold and rely on them to win.
Yeah,
right?
You're just trying to not take losses effectively. They're only I mean, the villager differential's not that big. I mean, it is, but it isn't. But it is, but it isn't. These camel riders will be a real godsend, though. They're going to be able to chase those bad boys around. Might have been a better idea to just stay in the heroic age a bit longer, just to get some units out to deal with this.
I think he's going through Osiris.
Yeah, he's already in Osiris. They're already super speed.
Oh, okay. So if with Osiris, I think this should be fine to hold.
Yeah.
Like, if he just uses it correctly, I don't see how Super Saiyan can't turn this around.
I mean, it looks like Ulysses is actually defended nicely here. The Berserk's getting sent back. Divine's in. He's got an army. He's strong. He's pushing forward. The Son of Osiris is here. That thing is going to be incredibly potent.
Oh, he's not. He's not controlling it though. He's just walking forward.
He is. He's got a huge straight onto those. Oh, now he's starting to attack. And this could be a huge restoration as well.
Yeah. This Son of Osiris is key here. I think this is the way they will be able to pull this game back. If he controls it well, with buildings and doesn't lose any health on it, it could easily turn the game around.
Yeah. Also, these camel riders, if they sneak in past all of this stuff in the middle, and he's going for it, Underworld Passage coming in. Where is he? Where's he going?
Oh no.
Is he going to do it again? Is there a frost? There is a frost on the board.
We're all looking for the underworld.
Where do you even go? I don't even know where he went. Do you see a red dots anywhere?
Left side of No Brainer.
Oh, there he is. And he does hit the frost, but the buildings are going to come through. Ulysses is ready. It's half the army.
Yeah. Yuli might be able to. Yeah, his guy's sneaking berserks around to do what Matador did.
Yeah.
Maybe this might.
Still needs to get this back. But these units here from Der Super Saiyan, they can come forward as well. Jump through that underworld passage. Yeah. Divine's going to take Yuli's town center, though.
Oh. I don't know if this is the right call. Wouldn't you give this to the Raw player?
I mean, it's tough to do that, but maybe. As now, Der Super Saiyan, he is going to be going. He's now in. He says g'day. Oh. Those are some very big units. And a restoration is available here. And Divine says, great, I'm going for it. I'm almost ready to join in myself.
Absolutely massive resto. And Locust helping out there.
Now look at those low HP. The Son of Osiris is going to be gigantic in this fight right now. This is absolutely huge for them. Divine needs to get villagers through here. The Super Saiyan needs to get villagers through here and get set up.
Oh, this is brutal.
Look at the military difference. Right, no, it's actually not that big. Never mind. It's 11k. Never mind. We have a bug. Not a big problem. Still pretty close, but there's the first of many Fimbulwinters to say, excuse me, you forgot about this one fact. And there's also another one coming.
Oh boy. Oh my god. It's gonna be back to back almost. It's gonna be really, really rough.
There's so many units that have fallen though. Maybe it's gonna be fine. The military valley is still huge, but take a look at this. Implode is on the way for No Brainer.
Oh. Yeah, they're gonna be able to hold this with the double Fimbulwinter into Implode. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Although Implode cancels garrisoning into the underworld, so.
Oh, does it? I didn't even know that.
You can't go. Yeah, you can't enter.
Why
the
not?
underworld. I don't know.
Where's my outplay? Where's my counterplay?
You can't. You simply have to take it. Oh, the Son of Osiris is getting caught out, and now Implode, and they can't retreat. They're trying, but it's not working.
No, they can.
Oh, no.
Some of them can.
No, I think they just got sucked in.
Okay. All right. I'll let it be. Ouch.
Where's the Son of Osiris? No, it landed. No. Oh boy, the key unit is down.
Key unit is down.
And now,
but another Fimbulwinter's coming. But he's used it. Okay. There's no more Fimbulwinters.
Yeah.
So the recovery Fimbulwinter, however, surely that's going to be coming. Where's the Ulysses economy?
Not looking too great.
He doesn't have any resources. Okay.
Yeah. So, what do they do here? They have Hades, they have Ra, but Ra went for Sobek over Sekhmet. I think Sekhmet here would have actually been better because of the chariots and the choke point, or not really a choke point, but how you're always in the middle.
Yeah. The game's still very, very close here. Is this town center? Oh, hello? Do they not know?
Oh.
No, they do know.
He
it's
knows.
Just a random town center, just not wanting to get grabbed. No problems.
Carnivora coming down onto the fortress.
This big fat red bar is looking incredibly scary. Is there another restoration on the table here from Divine?
Another Locust from Super Saiyan.
Just trying to help out. He's got to get so much value from his units here. It's going to be so tough for him to actually help out in these fights.
Oh man. This Matador's army is just too strong here.
Look at these upgrades.
Seems like... Yeah. But the Hades Tox are doing their job.
They are. I mean, it's militarily speaking so low. It's the no-brainer has no
Peltast.
military either, though. That's the thing.
But Peltast here, wouldn't you? Like, look at how juicy.
100% Peltast. Yes, please. It requires you to micro, and sometimes micro is a bit challenging in these team games.
Yeah, it kind of is, but in this particular case, I feel like you don't even need that much micro, because the majority of the army is throwing axemen, right?
True.
Oh, Matador trying to sneak on the left with Berserks to try to gain some more ground.
Yeah, it's looking like...
Gonna be tough to deal with.
Yeah, now he can get
Can't send camels after them.
We're seeing
Can't send
zombs?
camels.
More zombs? He needs the restoration.
Oh, he's making a pacifist. Looking very, very tough to hold this, but they are holding it for the time being.
Yeah, and there is finally going to be a Fimbulwinter eventual winter coming, but the sad state of Fimbulwinter situations right now is Matador. If he could auto queue this Fimbulwinter to click out when he gets to 350, he would, because it's coming. Over here, not even close.
This is gonna be brutal.
But El Matador.
How is Yuli looking? Is he going up to Mythic anytime soon?
He is going up. It's coming, but it's a ways away.
He does have 100. Everyone's at almost 100 vills except for Super Saiyan, so let's see how many villagers they lose. 100, 192. And Matador grabbing that back town center.
Yeah, did that go down? Did he kill it? It must have been up at some point.
Was it ever up? Has
it must
Saiyan ever taken it?
It must have been. Maybe not, I don't know.
Not sure.
It wasn't up. Okay, never mind.
I see.
Okay. This forest fire is troll. The other one was also troll, but this one is troll.
Yeah, but this... I mean, kind of opens way there so that less choke points are created. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. But at this point, you know... Oh.
Ouch.
This is looking bad. And the camels aren't enough. The berserks will actually destroy the camels here too.
Yeah.
They're pushing in very, very hard. Great job from Matador.
And how much does this Fimbulwinter do at the moment though? Like, sure, you're going to kill a whole bunch of economy, but your opponent is sitting at 18.2k military value. That's a lot.
More than double. Yeah. 705 pop versus 400. This is very, very rough here for Team Ulysses. How can they come back from a situation like this? Did Matador use a second Fimbulwinter?
No. No, yes, he did. He
So
used
he
to.
still has that.
No,
Oh,
he
he
used to.
did.
He used to.
Oh.
Yeah.
They called it.
And that's the game. And the champions are crowned. As the last Jarl's team manages to win in 7. A very, very interesting series, to say the very least.
Lots of Fimbulwinters, lots of Norse, and lots of very solid play from both sides, but especially Team Jarl. Jarl with the insane plays, playing the support role very well, allowing Matador to boom up and turn that into a big, big lead.
I am surprised to see no real attempts at anything, any sort of like variation on the strategy. Now, I get it from the side of these guys, they don't play together really. You kind of draft the team and you just got to sort of play to the player's strengths in a way. Like, I get the Divine here. He likes the 2-town center play. I know he's actually got a pretty strong 1-town center game as well. He did show that in Nomad, but his team did not support him at all. But I'm surprised to see none of that sort of variation, like no adapting sort of through this series. Like Super Saiyan in this game, definitely a fast 3-town center would have been fantastic for him. But
yeah, for sure. And another thing, Yar's team have been doing a lot of scrimming throughout this tournament. They have
Yeah.
really put a lot of time and effort into coming this far, and they really deserve it. You can see they play excellent to each other's strengths and complement each other very, very well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, huge thanks to Keen Flame, Grass for the idea, and Keen Clan for putting on the tournament. If you do like these sorts of tournaments, make sure you're checking out their Discord and checking out everything that's coming out there. They've got a lot of cool stuff, cool clan, cool team, cool dudes, cool people. But congrats to the last Jarl. GG's, and I guess see you in the next one.